Hi crafters, Raquel here with Paints and Glitter. I'm coming along today and I'm going to be making some cards using a Candycane Christmas from Tonic Studios. I've also decided that I want to come along and cut out some of these little pieces from the Candycane Christmas die set. So this was part of this entire collection. And I'm also going to be grouping that or coordinating it with this die set here, which is Flawless Flower Card Creator. This has some really adorable little foundation pieces that are great for that interactive card kind of style. And what I'm going to do is I'll list these items in the description bar of this video in case you do want to pick them up. I just want to give you a heads up that this does come in a bundle with this other card set, which is the Secret Circle easel card die set. They're both really, really adorable and only available through Tonic Studios UK at the moment. They did sell out in the US, however, US residents can purchase through the Tonic Studios UK link, so that shouldn't be an issue. The price will just be a little bit different because of the currency conversion. So moving along, I've gone ahead and cut out some pieces, but now I'm going to also cut some of these because I want to group them together. And I may or may not use the tags from this collection as well. These are the tags and stamps dies that also coordinate with these papers. So let me just show you that. This set of tags here will cut out with these dies. And these did sell out individually. However, I think they're still available with the bundle. So if that's the case, then of course, once you click on that link, it'll take you to the entire collection. And then you can take a peek at all of those items. I will come back once I have all of the pieces and then I'll get started crafting with you. Another thing I've done here is I've taken a piece of white card and I've stuck onto it double-sided adhesive. You can get this from Tonic Studios as well. Mine came in a roll, so I'll link that below. It's great for these little pieces that you can cut out if you want to have, for instance, glitter to place on them. So this is Lagoon Luster. It's gorgeous and it matches the paper collection. So I'm going to cut out some little trees and apply that, and I'll be right back. I wanted to show you here what I've done, which is that I have cut the little trees out from the white piece of cardstock, and on that cardstock was where I placed that double-sided adhesive. Now some of these I've already colored with the Glimmer Gloss pen from Tonic Studios, and the sticky paper is actually on the back, so I'll be able to peel it off. But the others I've actually cut so that the backing of that sticky paper is on the front. And I've done this quite on purpose, and you'll see why. For instance, here's the one that's got that sticky paper on the back. So I'll be able to take this off now. And this now has adhesive on it. But what I'm going to do is set that aside a moment. And I'm going to take the one that's got the sticky paper on top, or the lining of it, I should say. I'm going to peel that one as well, and these are complementary to each other. I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to take the glitter. I'm first going to layer these together and make sure they line up really nicely. And I realize they both have adhesive on each other, but that's okay. It's going to be really nice and strong. But now, because this top layer had cutouts into it, there's an exposed layer there that has adhesive on it. So now I'm going to sprinkle the glitter on top. I'm going to take that backing piece, and this is not sticky, this is that smooth paper, and I'm going to use that to press in that glitter. Make sure it gets all into those little grooves. And then I can tap this off. And I now have a piece that has all that pretty glitter in here. And there are no empty spaces, if you can tell. So it's a super easy way to layer your little decorative pieces. And then, of course, if you want to, you can use different colors of glitter. You can use all the same. This one, for instance, doesn't have any cutouts in it, but this one does. So I'll repeat that one more time. And you want to make sure you place your layer on first. That way you're not competing with the adhesive there. So take that one off, apply it onto this layer. Or of course you could just cover the entire surface. That's really up to you. But I kind of like that contrast. So I'm going to place this right on top. And you can give yourself a little drop shadow if you want to as well. And then that way that little edge will have glitter on it. I'm going to repeat that again. That exposed area is going to be covered entirely with this glitter. I'm going to use my little paper to my advantage. That paper has a wax coating on it and it'll decrease the static. So comes in handy for this type of thing. And of course then you can brush it off. If you want to, you can use one of your little brushes, craft brushes. Brush off any excess glitter or leave it on, however you prefer to see it. So there are two different options there, and it comes together super easy. I just wanted to share that little tip with you. So let me know if you like it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. I very much appreciate it. The other thing you can do, of course, is color these papers with alcohol ink. Since I've used white cardstock, I now have the option to do that. That little white glimmer is really pretty as well. So it's really a matter of taste. Okay, so here is the foundation of the card that I'll be making. And what I've decided to do is that I'm going to first fold the score lines as you see here. And then I do want to make sure that I burnish these really nicely. And that's going to be important because you want this to be able to fold really well. And you're going to notice that there's this version that you could make here. I don't really think there's a wrong way to go about it, but of course it's going to sit differently depending on which side you decide is going to be the front. I'm going to be using this as the front, and you're going to tell that it does create a little rocker card here, and there are options. You could keep it just like this. So I've cut out from the Candycane Christmas collection these beautiful little panels, and these are the ones with the peppermints. And then it is double-sided paper, so what I recommend is if you are short on time, that if you're going to create decorative layers, of course you can flip the paper back and forth depending on how you want to decorate this, and it'll look really cute. Because on one side there's the candy canes and the little peppermints, and then on the other side there's the plaid. So it's just as easy as that. So as you see me here, I'm applying these decorative layers that you can cut using the die set that are going to coincide with the spaces here. Now you also have an option here to decorate these two little panels, and for that you have these pieces here. Alternately, you can withdraw those and then use this piece here that I've already decorated, and it does come with dies that you can use to decorate that background, and this is going to adhere onto this piece as low as you'd like it or as high up as you would like that. Now what I've done is that I've decided that I want this to be just under 7 inches tall so that it'll fit into an envelope, and given that measurement, I think that I want it to reach the very fold line here before I adhere it, so I'm going to double check that. Okay, and if I adhere it like so, then I'll have plenty of room there to place this inside of a 5x7 envelope. So I'm actually going to fold this down first, apply my adhesive here on this background, and now place this little shoehorn shape right on top, making sure that it doesn't overlap, and that's going to give me some nice surface area there, but it's also going to look really cute. I'm going to continue decorating this with the panels. And this is a rectangle, by the way. It's not a square, just in case when you go to cut it out, if you happen to have this die set, it might throw you off otherwise. Okay, so this is the front, and when it opens, it's going to look so cute because then you have that little surface there. Now, of course, you can decorate the back if you would like to. I did cut more panels, and if not, you can leave it blank for a sentiment. I went ahead and cut these out, so I am going to decorate the back just down here. Leaves just enough space there for a little signature. I just think it looks really cute. And then it'll open like this, so if you would like to, you can keep decorating the inside. You can add all sorts of things. It's really up to you, and it also depends on how bulky you want it to be, because of course you got to remember you want this to be able to fold flat for mailing. Now, from the stamp collection, the Candycane Christmas, I went ahead and stamped these little sentiments, and they're all the same. It says Joy to the World, and I think I want to back that up with a second color. But I've gone ahead also and cut out this darling little gingerbread man with the die set that, of course, coordinates with everything. So I think I'm going to put him there very playfully. I've also cut out some little candies, and I have different little versions of that. So there's two different kinds of mint like that. There are candy canes. I've got those cut out in white on red and then red on white. I think they look so cute together, of course. You can put them like so, kind of crisscross there. There's also the little Christmas trees that I had cut out. I can add those. And what I want to make sure is that I don't go over the height of that little arch. So I'm just going to plan this out first. I have this other little tree, which is super adorable. Place that there on the front with the little present. I'll place one there. And I have added the shimmer to all of this, so it's going to have that pretty shine. I'm going to overlap these just so that they fit nicely there. Place that one there. I'm going to overlap these so that they fit. It's important to me to fit the sentiment on here, but I am going to back this up with another piece of card. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to color the edge using this glitter marker from Tonic Nuvo. It's just the perfect color green for Christmas. Let's see if this covers most of it, and I think it will. Yep. I'm going to add this little strip now, right on top. I think I'm going to stick the sentiment down here. Really no wrong way to go about it, but it's going to go down here. I'm going to adhere the little gifts toward this little corner, like so. I do want them overlapping here, and the little tree. I think that's one adorable little card. And of course, you can keep going with it, adding all sorts of shine with Nuvo drops. So I'm going to make a couple more, and I will be right back and share with you what those look like. Okay, I'm now back with my finished little cards, and I have to say I've spent the day scrapping today, is what I'm going to call it, using every little last bit and piece here that I thought would look cute on these cards, and I am so very pleased. I do have to say it was a lot of work. However, most of it was because of the fact that you have to cut out the layers. And of course, I love adding detail. So anytime that there are those little verso dies, I love taking advantage of them. However, you could certainly make these cards with just one layer and then just pick the papers that you want to use. And instead of doing all of the little nitty-gritty details, then you can just pick really pretty shiny papers if you'd like to, your glitter card and the like. If not, you could do as I did, which was to apply the glitter yourself, as you could tell just by using the double-sided adhesive or liquid adhesive right on top of your die cut and then just dipping that into your glitter. And I have to say, it's not flaking off all over the place, so in case you're worried about that. You could also encase it if you want to using crystal glaze, which is probably what I'll do, so that way it doesn't get all over the mail and that sort of thing. But that's personal preference, of course. But I've had so much fun. As you can see here, I'm going to just recap. Here's the little one that I made with you on camera. And as you can tell, what I did just to make it easier for myself was to only choose one of the sentiments this time around. And that way I could just do all of my stamping at once. This little guy I had already created, and you may have seen him in the other video that I shared with you. They're just too cute. So, of course, what I did to kind of bring him into this little card make was to add one of the little bows to the little penguin. So now it matches with everything else. And here you see the little candies. All of them got a little bit of that glimmer. I've added 2 candy canes here, kind of juxtaposed to each other to balance out the card, of course. And then over here, the other little tree with that dark glitter. I just love the way that that looks because it's not too much. And the reason it's not too busy is because I've left the background as the busy paper. As you can see there, I've used the one with the little Christmas trees from the collection. And the candy cane paper is all in the background. And then the little elements here, as far as the decoration, are white onto that busy background. Again, with the candies, the white is the focus of the top layer, if you will. So I think that that helps balance things out a little bit. Then here is the little ginger girl, and what I've done is I've placed a little bow on her hat. So if you could tell here, I had the little plaid hat and the pom-pom was white as well as a little brim. Over here, I changed that around, and all you have to do is cut the paper. So you cut it out twice and then cut away the little layers and place them on top. Of course, with this one is the little bow. Then the trees here are the one that I had glittered up, and then I did run it through my die cutting machine after the glitter was dry using the little layer that actually cuts into that paper, and it's not visible on camera, but in person you can see all of the little indentations there, which give it even more texture. And the same little tree I used over here, and there you can really see that little texture that's created with the die. Then I coupled that with a little tree that has the little polka dots that pop out of it, and then in the background I use that glitter card. That, by the way, is the green ombre glitter card that I also used on the little penguin over here. So that's what I use for the top of my little presents for the bows. And then I interchange the little star that does pop out of the tag. I think that that's a nice little detail for that type of die cut. In a separate video, I also shared with you when I assembled the penguin how I added the foil little snowflakes onto him on the little belly there. So of course, don't forget that you can add those elements onto all of your little die cuts if you wish to do that instead of the glitter. That's much easier, in fact. And of course, off camera, I will go in with my little Nuvo drops and anything else that I want to add for some added shine here and there. But these were so much fun to make. I think they're absolutely adorable. The presentation is gorgeous. When you see it on a table like that with all the color, no matter which angle you're looking at the card, I just think that this particular shape just lent itself so nicely for these little elements, and I'm very, very pleased. And of course, this is not a simple card make. I wouldn't call it that. However, I would say that if you want to give it a try, it's worthwhile. Let me know what you think, of course. Leave me your feedback in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the analytics of this channel, and also to let YouTube know that this is the type of video that you enjoy. Come back for more tutorials, and as I always say, I do hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. And I thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.